So how were you able to get that energy at the defensive end to kind of just ignite your whole game tonight?
I just did what I do every day in practice, and I just translated it into the game, and I gave my 100% effort, and that's it.
How much did you feel you needed that after these last two games?
Probably yeah. This is a game that I feel better after, but I had I played pretty bad first two games, and but my confidence didn't go down because I worked so hard in the preseason, and we won. We won the first two games, so I wasn't really concerned. And we won this game too. We're 3-0, and we're looking forward to the next game.
15 rebounds. How important was it for you guys to dominate the boards against these team like this?
We didn't really have a good game of rebounding last game, and I think Coach was pretty hard on that segment of the game, and I just had that mindset to grab every rebound, and that's it.
Dusan was part of it all, is dealing with the matchups you had, smaller, quicker teams, every game so far anyway. What's that been
Yeah,
like?
it's a little hard to adjust to to smaller matchups, especially when they trap the post, double team me. But like I said, you have to adjust to every possible matchup.
Parker, what did you like about the defensive effort that he brought tonight?
I just thought he was more aggressive. He came out with the right mindset, and just to be aggressive and just to do his job. I think Dusan has the right mindset every game in practice, and he really showed tonight. And I'm happy for him that he got it going on both ends of the floor. He looked like himself, and we just want him to have that same energy moving forward.
What's the mindset of the team when you go into a team game like this where everybody thinks you're supposed to win by 30 points? How difficult is it to play a team in that kind of circumstance?
It's hard at times to not get complacent, but we try to attack each game, each practice the same way. Whether the team isn't as good or whatever the case may be or situation, we try to come out with the same intensity on defense and offense, and do what we do each game.
Parker, did it feel a little more normal out there? Kadeem was kind of working his way back in, and you had at least 8 guys tonight, and it looked like I had a chance to walk on some experience too. There's a lot of kind of normal, good feeling out there for you guys in that sense.
Yeah, Dean gave us everything he could tonight, but it goes back to everyone has to be ready. You never know who's going to go down during the course of a season. It's a long season, with the practices and the games. It's hard. So everyone has to be ready, and I thought everyone that played tonight came in and did a good job.
Right. You could see times ahead where maybe you need a guy like Tyler to get in there for 2 minutes to give somebody a break or whatever.
Yeah,
Maybe a game like this helps.
Right. Hopefully it builds confidence, for those guys, and just going back to it, everyone has to be ready to come in and do their jobs, and I think everyone did that tonight.
3 of 19 threes. How much did you chalk that up to just one of those nights, or any concern there at all?
Some nights are not going to fall. But, I think, with that, we did a lot of other things well that, we take notice of. So, moving forward, those shots will fall, and, we'll get better for sure.
How would you say when your game yourself? I think it was early last game that Miller said you had a lot of minutes. You hadn't played that many minutes since you've been here. Now you're going to be playing a lot of minutes for a while.
Yeah.
Just your thoughts on the overall play of yourself for the last 3 games.
I've just been trying to, do my job. I evaluate my play on, getting others involved, controlling the game, and, not taking plays off. Being tough, doing everything, Coach asks of me, and like I said, just being, the complete floor general, for my teammates, because I know they need that.
And you've done pretty good. You feel you've done pretty good with
I
it.
think so. Have I?
I agree.
Okay.
The other night, just the way they pressed and your you're out there for what, 34 minutes? I mean, you said you were as tired as you ever seen. I mean, how did it feel coming out of that game? And sleep well that night? Or?
Yeah. You know, it's a lot more minutes than, you know, I've played, you know, previous years, but he just tells me to keep pushing the pace, just get everything I have, and he knows, you know, when I'm playing up tempo and playing fast, you know, I'm really, you know, getting guys like Dusan and Lowry and, you know, Kobe and Raleigh, you know, good shots, and that's what I try to do.
Look, Kobe had a little time at the point there. Are you guys getting more comfortable? Maybe he can spell a little bit there too as well. I mean, he started most likely too.
Yeah, I mean, Kobe's really versatile, so I mean, you know, he can play 1, 2, or 3. He's long on defense, and you know, he gets out in transition on offense. So I think he's finding his stride, and you know, it's really exciting to watch and play with.
What's fun about Kobe's energy that he brings?
You know, Kobe, like he said, Kobe can play multiple positions for our team. So I think the way he plays defense, especially in the first half, I think he showed the great energy. And I think a few times he helped the whole team, not just, you know, himself. And you know, he's a great teammate, and yeah, he makes our team better.
Big scored the bulk of the points in the early going. Was that a strategy coming in, or was that just how the flow of the game worked?
I just think that's how the flow of the game was going. You know, we started off kind of slow again, and you know, we quickly turned that around with our defense. Defense to offense, getting out in transition, you know, lobs, you know, people running the wings, getting easy buckets. You know, when we're doing that, you know, it's more fun to play, and you know, everyone's in sync, and that's how we try to play.
What have you guys thought on Keanu Pinder's performance this year?
I think he's great. You know, New's that one guy that, you know, he just plays extremely hard. He doesn't take plays off. And, you know, he really sparked, you know, our energy in that first half, you know, with the block, you know, him running putbacks, low posts. You know, he just, you know, he does everything, you know, for us, you know, the dirty work. And, you know, it's really exciting, you know, to see how far he's come from the summer to now.
Anything else?
Thank you.